Hey guys, it's me, Kenyatta. I'm here today to tell you a couple of great things. I want to first tell you about a new program. It's a self-guided program that I'm launching specifically for people who have experienced a loss and they have a yearning to become a published author. I'm going to tell you how to do that. And I'm also going to tell you about kind of like help you to decide whether or not your grief story belongs in a book or if right now maybe some of those thoughts, feelings, and emotions actually belong in a journal. But before I get started, if you hear like some nibbling and some crunching in the background, my beloved dog Happy decided that he wanted to eat his breakfast now. And I'm not moving where I'm sitting. I was here first. So we're just going to have to share this space right now. And if you hear a little nibble, nibble, crunch, crunch, that's just my dog in the background. All right, so let's get started talking about share your grief story. You want to become a published author. So that is a self-guided program that I created based on my true lived experience of going through a loss and then deciding to release and publish a book about my experience and my loss. And so it is a self-guided program. And what I really love about this program is the super comprehensive participant guide that you will receive once you purchase and download the course. And it gives you so many nuggets, tools, information, and tips that you can use. And it helps you to really think about what parts of your story you want to tell. And what makes my particular program different is it's specifically designed for people who have experienced a loss that want to become a published author. So it helps you to think through what parts of your story you want to tell, whether or not you should tell your story, just a whole lot of good information to help you decide if writing a book is for you and then how to write the book. So look forward to that launch this Friday. All right, so now that you know about the new program that I'm launching on Friday, let's just chat a little bit about writing a book versus putting some of the things, your thoughts, feelings, and emotions in a journal, right? So it's not up to me to decide whether or not your story rises to the level of deserving to be a book. That's not my decision. That's not for me. That's for you to ultimately make that decision. But here are some of the things that I would think about if I was, again, embarking on deciding whether or not I wanted to put my story in a book or whether for right now it just belongs in a journal. But before I tell you that, I want y'all to look at this. Look at this cute little mug. Oh my God. Fancy Bee. So cute. I designed this line of mugs because I am a huge tea and coffee drinker. And they are inspired by my love of bees, available on Etsy, maybe about 10 or 20 different designs designed by me. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so if I was an aspiring author, a new aspiring author, never have written a book before and was trying to decide whether or not I needed to write the story and publish it in a book or whether or not it was something that for right now could just be in a journal, one of the first things I would think about is whether or not I am clear on why I want to tell this story. Who am I trying to impact? Who am I trying to touch? Who am I trying to help? Who am I trying to motivate? Who am I trying to inspire? Who am I trying to touch with this story? Okay, because when you're writing a book, you're writing a book for a reason. People read books because they're looking for answers. They're looking for inspiration. They're looking for guidance. They're looking for instructions. They're looking for motivation. Is your story going to offer that to anyone? Why are you telling the story? What is in you? What is motivating you to tell the story? And how is your story going to impact others? That's one of the things I would think about. All right, and so that we can go ahead and get ready to land this plane because I do not like doing long videos. Some of the other things I would think about are, can I tell this story authentically, or do I have to alter this story so much so that now it's not even like feeling like my real story. Like, can you be authentic and really tell your story? Because the more authentic you are, the more you're going to resonate with other people. You'll be surprised about how many people are really truly going through the same thing you're going through. And when you share your story, it lets them know that what they're experiencing is normal. The other thing is I would think about, though, before I write a book is this story too incredibly painful? Because if it's too painful, if it's too hard, you're struggling to write it, you don't know whether or not you want to put it out in the world, it might not be ready for a book, but maybe more appropriate for a journal. The other thing is the story too embarrassing? If you put this story out in the world, are you going to be able to deal with the reactions, whether they're strong and positive or whether they are bold and brash? Will you be able to deal with the reactions to your book? Maybe other people in your family have to, you have to share parts of their stories. Would they be okay with that? So would you be embarrassed if that story hit the shelves? So my friends, thank you so much for taking out some time today to listen to me talk about the launch of my new program, Share Your Grief Story, Becoming a Published Author, and then just some things that I would think through if I were going through this all over again, or even, if I was a first time published author, some of the things that I would think about in terms of whether or not I'm ready to really put this story in a book or whether or not for now, that story just belongs in a journal. All right. And then, of course, I showed you guys the new B collection mug, only available at Etsy. So look out for the launch of the course this Friday. Thank you for your time this morning. Have a good day.